with Jersey Beast TV. Thanks for tuning in. In today's video, what I wanted to do is cover how you can overcome shoulder pain on pressing movements. As you get older, I'm 33 right now, I'm going to be 34 in a few months. And as you get older, you got to be real careful with a lot of your joints. I mean, you can't really train hard like you used to in your 20s for days on end. You need recovery time. So as you may or may not know, over the past, I don't know, 5 months or so, 4 months, I've been really struggling with shoulder pain in my left shoulder. It's taken me off the bench. I can't incline press. I can now, but we're going to go over it. But I couldn't incline press. I couldn't bench press. I couldn't even press 35-pound dumbbells a couple weeks ago until I started doing these exercises. So what I want to share with you today is exactly how you can overcome shoulder pain. Now, by no means am I a physical therapist. I'm not a therapist. I'm just going to share with you what works for me and what's been working for me. So just bear with me. We're going to go over a couple different warm-up exercises, and then I'm going to show you a couple exercises you can do for your chest and for your triceps, and as well as an overhead press variation that's going to help kind of alleviate some of the issues you might be having. Shoulders are one of the first things to go on guys because we're used to bench pressing heavy, overhead pressing heavy, and all it takes is that one time or too much use, and it's going to definitely tax that joint, and it's one of the ones that take a long time to recover if you don't give it time off because you use it all the time. So whenever you lift weights, your shoulders or upper body, your shoulders are pretty much involved. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what I do before the workout and after the workout, and then I'm going to show you what I do when I train sometimes, that especially on days where they really hurt. They haven't been hurting as bad lately because I've been doing this stuff for a few weeks, but I'm going to continue to do it, and hopefully you guys will get some use out of it. So before I start my workout, I tend to do a bodyweight warm-up, just basic bodyweight squats, push-ups, things like that. Get my body going, jump rope. And then what I do is I hang from a pull-up bar, right? And I'll do this from anywhere from 1 minute to 2 minutes. Now you could do this just from your grip, but a lot of times your grip might give out while you're doing this, unless you have a strong grip. I can usually last over 1 minute on the pull-up bar, hanging from it, no problem. But if I want to get a real deep stretch, I'll use those wrist straps that you guys see people use for deadlifts and rows. I'll use those because then the pressure is taken off of your grip and it's put directly on the wrist, and then it allows you to hold on to the bar as long as you want. So you hang from the bar, right, overhand grip, and just let your body weight pull that shoulder joint apart, okay? You should feel a good stretch in the lats. You should feel a little pull in the shoulder. You want to do this for about at least 1 minute to 2 minutes, okay? So I'll do that for 1 minute to 2 minutes before I train. And then on an upper body workout, I'll grab my band, one of my bands here, and I'll do 30 pull-aparts actually. So 10 overhand pull-aparts, okay, arms are nice and straight, and you're pulling using the rear delts, okay? 10. And when you do these, you want to make sure there's tension on the band. You don't want the band to dip down when you come in. So there's always tension on the band. 10 to the chest, overhand. 10 to the chest, underhand. And then dislocators up and over the head. Now with these, a lot of people stop at the shoulders. You want to try and go all the way to the waist. So your thumbs go in the loops, going all the way to the waist. 10 of these. And in between every pressing movement, I'll do 10 of each of those. Okay? After a couple days, you get used to it. It's going to burn a little bit, but it does strengthen the area of the shoulder, and so a lot of times the rear delts are weak on people. It'll strengthen the rear delts as well. So I'll do those in between every set. So if I do a set of bench press, after I do my bench press, as long as my shoulder doesn't hurt, 10, 10, and then 10 behind the head. Now, if there is a day where my shoulders are really bothering, my left shoulder is really bothering me, and I can't bench, or I can't do a bar overhead press or dumbbell overhead presses, here's what I do. And a lot of people may not want to do this, mainly because it's not a bench press, but sometimes you got to swallow your pride a little bit and take a few steps back in order to get back on the bench. So what I'll do is, if you guys can see, let me see if I can set this up for you, because we're live. is I'll pull out my rings, and I'll just do ring push-ups. Nice and slow, controlled, all right? But this works a couple different ways. Number one, it's a little unstable, right, as you guys can see, which means you have to stay tight and you have to keep tension on your muscles the entire time. So it keeps your muscles activated the entire movement, which makes you go much slower when you do these. And it's also a neutral grip. So you're not doing an overhand grip like a bench press, which a lot of time activates the shoulder when you're pressing. It's a neutral grip. So your palms are facing each other, keeping the elbows in tight, less pressure on the shoulder, keeping the core activated. Okay, you go down and up, just like that. The better you get at these, the faster you can go. But I usually shoot from 10 to 30 reps on those. The slower you go, the harder they are. So if you're going for 25, 30, you got to go a little faster sometimes. But you'll definitely feel a difference on these. So you're still doing a pressing movement, but you're not necessarily hitting the bench press. And I guarantee you, you do this for a few weeks, it will help with taking some of that inflammation out of the shoulder. Now again, disclaimer, I'm not a physical therapist. I'm just sharing with you guys what's worked for me. I would say my shoulder's not 100%. It's probably like 65, 70. But a few weeks ago, it was like 10%. I couldn't even lift my arm up. So sometimes you got to take a step back in order to go forward. And as you get older, you actually have to take this stuff into account. You can't push through the pain anymore. You're not in your 20s. Okay, you got to be smart when you train. As far as an overhead press variation, dumbbells and the bar tend to hurt me sometimes in a bad way. And as you guys know, discomfort is okay, pain is not okay. So if you're training through pain, you may want to rethink that a little bit and figure out what you could do differently. But this is a good exercise for, let me see if I can get this set up here. This is a good exercise for your shoulders. This is an overhead press variation, but you're using a kettlebell, and it's called the bottoms up press. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your kettlebell, all right, flip it upside down. You can do this kneeling or standing. If you do it kneeling, it activates the core on the one side, this side here, keeps your body tight. If you go standing, a lot of times, because your legs are longer, you tend to lean back to get the movement right. But kneeling is a little bit more stable. You can try it either way. Seated is fine too. All right, but you're going to take whatever, if you're going to go kneeling, the one side that you are pressing with is the knee that stays on the floor, okay? Otherwise, and the other knee is up, okay? Just take your kettlebell, keep the elbow in tight, bottoms up, press it above the head, and you come back down. Just like that, okay? Let's try the left side. I don't even know if this is going to work. So bottoms up, tight grip. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Feel a little bit of pain, but not too much. Okay, and from the side, so you guys can see, looks like this, elbows in tight, press it above the head. And again, because of the instability of the kettlebell, it forces you to keep tight, slow the movement down, and it feels pretty good on the shoulders. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. I know shoulders are a big issue with a lot of people, and most of us tend to push through the pain, and that's all well and good until we can't push through the pain anymore. Then what do? Then we're off the bench, and then it takes longer to heal. So all I'm saying is just be smart about your training and do what needs to be done. Still work out, but work around it. Sometimes you got to take a few steps back and do your ring push-ups. Even regular push-ups bother me, so that's why I stuck with the rings. Ring push-ups or push-up variations that still allow you to do a pressing movement without actually jumping on the bench. And you could do those weighted as well. So you can throw a chain on your back. You can do them with bands. You can put your feet up when you do your ring push-ups as well. Makes it a little harder. And you can always slow the reps down. Slowing the reps down like 5-second negatives. Super, super tough, okay? So you can still make the workout intense, make it hard, but you just got to train smart. All right, guys? So hopefully that helped you out if you are struggling with shoulder pain like I am. If you got some use out of this video, please share it, like it, and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to shoot a video on. I'm here to help. Obviously, I've been in the game for a little while, and I've messed up quite a bit, and I've had some good success as well. So I'd like to, share my thoughts with you if you have any questions when it comes to strength training, muscle building, fat loss for guys. And that said, last thing, as always, get your free gift on the right side of the screen here. I'm going to link it up, and it's all yours. All you got to do is put your email in, and that's it. It's just my way of saying thank you for watching my stuff, being awesome, and just being interactive on the videos. That's all I got, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.